Hello there guys! For today's video, I'm going to show you how to restore old images using AI tool in Photoshop. And also, we will dive deeper into duplicating of layer using neural filters like photo restoration and colorize, using selection tool like lasso tool, and using generative fill. So let's get started. So here in the document, I prepared here this old image. Well, you will notice here that in this image it has only two colors. It does have the scratch on it. And our goal here is to restore it. So the first step we're going to do here is we're going to create a duplicate layer of our background layer. So going on to the layers panel, click on the background layer to make it active, then press Ctrl plus J to create its duplicate layer. There you go. Now, click on the duplicated layer. Now the next step we're going to do here is we're going to use the neural filters. So with that layer selected, go to the menu bar, go to filter, then choose on neural filters. Under the neural filters panel, you're gonna see here different filters. Now let's go to the restoration and click on the photo restoration. So just click on this toggle switch to make it active. So once I click that, already restored the image. But you will also notice here that there's still scratch remains. So to remove that, under the photo restoration setting, it says here scratch reduction. So I'm just going to increase this one to amount of 80%. And let's just wait for it to process it. Once done processing, now it already removed all the scratches on the image. Amazing, isn't it? But you will notice here that there are things that changes. Like this one looks terrible. Some pieces are missing. Something's wrong with the nose. Alright, it's just something like that. And also there are things that still remains on the background. And now we're going to remove that. And by the way, if you find this video helpful so far, please consider subscribing to help YouTube algorithm show my videos to other nerds like us. Well, to apply this neural filter for the output, make sure that it's set to current layer. Then, that's the time you can already click OK. There you are. So in that duplicated layer, you can see the difference from it. Okay, now the next step we're gonna do here is that we're going to fix on those missing areas, something like the nose, the hair. All right. First, there's a selection of the image. Let's deselect first. Press Ctrl plus D. There you go. All right. Now let's go and get the lasso tool. So going on to the toolbar, let's go again and get the lasso tool, or you can just press L for the shortcut key. Okay. Then let's start first fixing on the nose. So I'm just going to create a selection around it. Something like this. There you are. Then go to the contextual taskbar. But if you can't locate that, you can just go to Window and find there the contextual taskbar over there. All right. Now go and click on Generated Fill. Then I won't put any prompt to it. Let Photoshop fix it. So I'm just going to click Generate instantly. Wait for the outcome. There you go. So Photoshop AI provide us the three variations that we may replace on that missing pieces of the subject's nose. Okay, so going on to the properties panel. Yeah, here's the first variation. Well, that looks good. Here's the second one, and here's the third one. So all you have to do is to choose the best variation to it. So in my case, I'm going to choose on the first one. All right, there you go. Let's also fix on this part of the hair. So just the same thing that we did. Create a selection around it, then click on Generate Fill and select Generate. There are. So these are the provided variations. Here's the first one, here's the second one, and here's the third one. Well, I go with the third one. There you go. Now it started to get better. Yeah. All right. So also in this part, on this area, I'm going to create a selection around it. This seems blurry, so I'm going to create a selection around it. And yes, the same thing. No layer selected. Click on Generative Fill. Click Generate. All right. So here's the first variation. Here's the second one. And here's the third one. All right. So I'll go with the third one. That looks just neat and simple. Okay. So as you have noticed here that there's already a big difference from the original image. Now, let's start removing all those things on the background. So at this time, before I do that, I'm going to merge all of these layers. So click on the Generative Fill layer. Press Shift until on the duplicated layer. All right, there you go. Now, right click on those layers when they are already selected, then click on Merge Layer. there you go. So once we merge all those layers, those three layers just turn into one layer. All right, so I'm going to click on that layer to make it active. Then going on to the toolbar, let's find on the remove tool. Okay, then for the options panel, it's already set to auto, may use generative AI. Okay, now I'll start using this one just like here in the background. So I'm just going to click and drag to make a mark around it, then release it. It will automatically remove that. All right, so also this part here. Okay, let's click, and also this one. Something's wrong with the hand. I'm just remove that. And one last thing, we're now going to add a color to this image. To do that, I'm going to click on that layer on top. Yes, this one. Then go to the menu bar, go to filter, then choose on neural filters. Under the neural filters panel, find here the colorize. All right, so I'm going to switch this one. Click on the toggle switch. There you go. All right, so once I click that, it automatically apply color to our image. All right, now we're going to manually color the image because there are parts that we have to fix on or to give a color to it, just like the bow tie here. Looks like it's faded, isn't it? Okay, so going on to the colorize setting, under the focal points, I'm going to click from the part where I want to add a color. So just something like this. I'm just going to click that one. Once I click that, this color picker will appear. Now, we may already now put on the color that we want to apply on the tie. All right, so let's say I want to color it with a blue color, something like that. Then hit OK. All right, there are. So you look at that. The color is already applied to it. Okay, so also here on the top part, just click this one. All right, there you go. It already bring life to the tie. Okay, now also, let's add a color to the roses on this woman's coat. All right, so I guess this one is a bit pinkish color. So I'm going to, for the focal points, just add it, just click on it. All right, so you see that's blue. So let's just change the color under it. Just click this one, color. Then let's find on the color pink. All right, just choose a light pink color here. Then hit OK. All right, there you go. It started to give color to it. Okay, so I'm just going to click on another point here. All right, and here. Okay, so the color doesn't seem fine for me, so I'll keep on changing the color, maybe to red. All right, and then hit OK once you're good with it. Okay, so there are parts here that we still want to keep on removing. So it's something like those white thing on the hair. So to fix that, with that layer selected, let's go and get the remove tool once again. All right, and let's start. Just keep on trying to brush on those areas, just to remove those white thing around it. So just have to be patient around it to remove it. All right, so the image looks better now, and I'm satisfied with this. So we already restored the old image. So let me show you the before and after. This one is the before, and this one is the after. And that is how to restore old images using AI tool in Photoshop.